Hello friends, I hope everyone are safe at house. I am Mohana Priya. We the students of Sri Vishnu Institute of Technology belong to CSE department have planned to present some videos. As a part of it, I along with my friends Varaprasad and Mercy have presented a video on logistic regression. I hope everyone can understand it and gain knowledge by watching this video. Our today's topic is about logistic regression. First of all, what is logistic regression? What kind of problems can be solved using logistic regression? In which situations do we use logistic regression? To know more about this, we need to go detail into the video. Before going to know what is logistic regression, first of all, we need to know what is regression. Regression analysis is a predictive modeling technique. It estimates the relationship between a dependent and an independent variable. What is dependent variable and what is independent variable? Dependent variable is nothing but which I want to predict. Now let's say I want to know what will be the sales on 17th of this month. Then sales becomes a dependent variable or target variable. Now this dependent variable or target variable is going to depend on lot of factors. Suppose let's say the number of products you sold till date, or in which season you sold, is there any availability of product or product quality. All these things are the factors. So these are never ending factors. So these variables are called as independent variables. It can be better understood through a graph. Suppose if we consider a graph, if we see this graph, as the x value increases, then the y value also increases. Suppose our data point is at 6. Then someone asks you what will be the value of y. Here we can predict the answer through fitting a straight line. Think you have understood what is regression. Now we shall discuss about logistic regression. First of all, what is logistic regression and where it is used? Logistic regression is used in classification problems where the labels are discrete number of classes as compared to linear regression where labels are continuous variables. This type of algorithm is used when output is in binary format. That is, it is used to predict the outcome of a categorical dependent variable. So outcome be such as yes or no, high or low, placed or not placed, 0 or 1. The value should be discrete categorical. You can have a doubt, why can't we use linear regression in case of logistic regression? And the answer is no, because linear is used to predict in a range, whereas logistic is used to predict only two values, either 0 or 1. It could be better understood by taking an example. Suppose if we consider student placement dataset. For now, let's consider the placement status of students is only based on BTech percentage, and if we try to fit a line, we can notice that people having BTech more than 50% are getting placed. And now consider the below data where student has approximately 93% is added to the data. If you try to fit a line, now we can see that people are wrongly classified. In fact, linear regression doesn't seem to work well in the case of discrete attributes. This sensitivity to outliers is one reason linear regression is a poor choice for classification problems. In classification, we want the class label to be 0 or 1. But in case of linear regression, we take a value greater than 1 or less than 0. So we need to convert the linear regression in the way we have the values only in between 0 and 1. In linear regression, we represent the hypothesis as h beta of x is equals to beta power t into x, where g of beta t x is equals to 1 by 1 plus e power minus beta t into x. This equation is called a sigmoid function. A sigmoid function takes the values between 0 and 1. This is an S-curve sigmoid function curve. The sigmoid basically converts any value from minus infinity to plus infinity to a discrete value which logistic regression wants, that is either 0 or 1. To understand more about it, we shall consider a graph. In the graph, suppose our point is at 0.8, then we need to decide whether our answer is either 0 or 1. Then how to decide it? Now here we can use the concept of threshold. which basically divides the line. Threshold value indicates the probability of either winning or losing. Winning means value equals to 1, losing means equals to 0. Now we can check how it works. Suppose our point is at 0.8. Then we need to check whether our point is above the threshold or below the threshold. Suppose if it is more than the threshold value, then it gives a result as 1, else gives result as 0. Suppose we think threshold is 0.5, then we need to know whether our value is more than 0.5 or less than 0.5. If it is more than 0.5, then it is win, so it is 1, or else if it is less than 0.5, it is 0, lose. We can use this concept to know better about logistic regression. This is sigmoid curve.
Hello friends, my name is Mercy and I am from CSC department. Now let's see how an equation is formed. Over here, we have an equation of a straight line which is y is equal to mx plus c. So in this case, I just have only one independent variable. But let's see if you have many independent variables, then the equation becomes m1x1 plus m2x2 plus m3x3 so on till mnxn. So let us put in b and x. So here the equation becomes y is equal to c plus b1x1 plus b2x2 plus b3x3 plus so on till bn xn. The equation of a straight line has a range from minus infinity to infinity. But in logistic equation, the value, that means which we need to predict, it can have the range only from 0 to 1. So in that case, we need to transform this equation. So to do that, we had divide the equation by 1 minus y. Now if we take y is equal to 0, we get 0. And if you take y is equal to 1, then we get infinity. Now here the range is from 0 to infinity. But again, if we want the range from minus infinity to infinity. So for that, we have to apply log for this equation. So let us transform it further to get range between minus infinity to infinity. Here we have log over y by 1 minus y. Then we get the final logistic regression equation, which is y is equal to c plus b1x1 plus b2x2 plus so on. Now coming to the cost function, the cost function represents optimization objective, that is, we create a cost function and minimize it so that we can develop an accurate model with minimum error. Here you can see how the cost function is defined. So the two functions compressed into one cost function. Now the question arises that how do we reduce cost value? Well, this can be done by using gradient descent. The main goal of gradient descent is to minimize the cost value. Now to minimize our cost function, we need to run the gradient descent function on each parameter. Gradient descent has an analogy in which we have to imagine ourselves at the top of the mountain valley and left stranded and blindfolded. Our objective is to reach the bottom of the hill. Feeling the slope of the terrain around you is what everyone would do. Well, this action is analogous to calculating the gradient descent, and taking a step is analogous to one iteration of the update to the parameters. Now let us see various use cases in logistic regression implemented in real life. So very first is the weather predictions. Logistic regression helps you to predict your weather. For example, it is used to predict whether it is raining or not, whether it is sunny, is it cloudy or not. So all these things can be predicted using logistic regression. Now moving to the classification problems, Python performs multi-class classification. It classifies different kind of mammals, whether it's dog or not. Similarly for reptiles, whether it's a reptile or not a reptile. So in logistic regression, it can perform multi-class classification. Next, it also helps you to determine illness as well. So let us take an example. So let's say a patient goes for a routine checkup in a hospital. So what doctor will do? They perform various tests on the patient and will check whether the patient is ill or not. So what will be the features? The doctor can check the sugar level, the blood pressure, and what is the age of the patient, whether very small or old person, and what is the previous medical history of the patient. And all of these features will be recorded by the doctor. And finally, doctor checks the data. So using all the data, a doctor can identify whether the patient is ill or not. So these are the various use cases in which you can use in logistic regression.
Hi friends, this is Varprasad and I am from CSC department. See the coding part of logistic regression. This is a classifier. Classification technique are an essential part of machine learning and data mining application. Approximately 70% of problems in data science are classification problems. A popular classification technique to predict binomial outcomes 0 and 1s is called logistic regression. For this, we have to import all the requirement modules. Import NumPy as NP. This NumPy module is used to create matrices and import pandas as PD. This pandas module is used to create tables. For the given data, we have to convert the given data in the form of tables by using this pandas. From scikit-learn.model selection, import train test split. This train test split is used to split the data into train and test. From scikit-learn, import matrices. This matrices is used to find accuracies, errors and confusion matrix, precisions, etc. Import matplotlib.py plot as plt. This is used to convert the data into graphical representation. The data name is diabetes.csv. This is a CSV file. We are using the data is equal to pd.read.csv. It reads the data. Data.head tells us that the data is in the form of 5 rows. This data has features and class labels. The features are pregnancy, glucose, body pressure, skin thickness, insulin, BMI, diabetes pregre function, age, and the class label is outcome. By seeing the class label, this is in the form of ones and zeros. This is a binary representation. This is a classification. So we have to divide the given data into two types of variables: dependent or target variable and an independent variable or a feature variable or a class. Dividing the data into two variables, we have to plot the given data. This plotting tells us the most of the data is nearby the 0 and 1. No data is in between the 0 and 1. 0 tells us that person does not having diabetes and 1 tells us the person having diabetes. By using train test split, we split the given data into two parts: 70% of data into training set and while 30% of data into test. The test size variable is where we actually specify the property of the test. So we have given the test size as 0.3. It tells us the test size is 30% and the train is 70%. The logistic regression model using default and use fit function to train your model. And model is equal to logistic regression. Model.fit of x train and y train gives the model. By using that model, we can predict y predict is equal to model.predict of x test. And then this x test is used to predict the y predict, and we can compare the both y predict and y test. Here, frame is equal to pd.data frame of y predict and y test. How they are related, you can see. Now let us print the confusion matrix. By using this confusion matrix, this is a table that is oftenly used to describe the performance of a classification model on a set of test data for which the true values are known. By using matrix module matrix.confusion matrix of y test y predict, we can get the confusion matrix. By seeing here, confusion matrix is 128, 20, 34, 49. This is a 2 by 2 matrix. Confusion matrix, there are true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative. True positive is this is a case in which we predict yes and are actually yes, and true negative we predict no and are actually no. False positive we predict yes but are actually no. This is a type 1 error. And false negative we predict no, yes it is actually. This is a type 2 error. From the above confusion matrix, we can see this is in the form of array object. The dimension of a matrix is 2 by 2. Because this model is a binary classification, we have two classes 0 and 1. Diagonal values represent actual predictions with non-diagonal elements or inaccuracy predictions. In the outcome, 128 and 49 are actual predictions and 20 and 34 are by using matrix.accuracy score, we can get the accuracy, and matrix.precision score, we can get the precision, and matrix.recall score, we can get the recall. And by seeing this, the accuracy of the whole data is 0.76%, and moreover accuracy is overall how often is the classifier correct. Accuracy formula is accuracy is equal to true positive plus true negative by total. Precision is when it predicts as how often it is correct. Precision formula is precision is equal to true positive by predict as. Say recall as true positive rate or sensitivity. When it is actually as, how often does it predict as. True positive rate formula is true positive by actual. This we can say that our data is trained and its accuracy is 0.76 percentage. It is not bad. So we can use this model. So thank you. So this is the coding part of logistic regression.